Our world is in turmoil, and it can feel very upsetting to watch the news, especially on top of our usual challenges in life. Yet, as we let go, we can feel peace, even when the world appears to be at war. Welcome to Letting Go and the Greatest Secret, where we explore the end of your suffering and the beginning of lasting happiness. I'm Hale Dwoskin. Normally, a featured guest joins me for a conversation to share insights into living a life of deep joy and unshakable peace. Every now and then, it's just you and me, and today is one of those episodes. I don't think I have to tell you that there's a lot going on in the world at the moment. There's at least two wars that are in the center of our consciousness. And then there's all the political strife, what's happening economically, what's happening with weather, what's happening on so many levels that is not exactly fun, to say the least, and can be incredibly disturbing. And at the same time, life, what appears to be our own personal life, goes on unabated. There are still challenges every day of putting food on the table, of keeping a roof over our heads, of just living life with all its everyday challenges. And sometimes it can be really overwhelming. Yet always, if we're open to it, we can discover that as we let go, as we open to the truth of who or what we are, or as we see through the sense of being a person bound to a body in a hostile world, as we see through that illusion of being separate, there can be peace, there can be happiness, there can be abundance and success and great relationships and better health and even more money. Even now, even with everything that's going on. And I highly recommend that you be open at least to the possibility, whatever seems to be happening in your life or in the world, is just what's apparently happening. We tell ourselves these stories about it. We can get really lost in the story of how terrible everything is. And I'm not saying it's not accurate. And I'm not saying at all that we shouldn't do whatever we can to bring about positive change in the world. As human beings, that's a natural inclination that we should follow. However, we can get lost in our own personal dramas and in the dramas of the world. And if we're open to it, that can be released. You can let go of it. And you can find that you naturally become part of the solution. The more you get yourself out of the way, the more you let go of your anger and your fear and your frustration and all the just aversion to the headlines, both our lives, personal headlines, and the headlines in the world. Because life is just simply living itself. It is already wholeness. It is already beingness. It is already this. And as that's discovered, there is peace, no matter what is apparently happening. So let's do a release around that so we can support each other in holding in mind the best for everyone and in putting down our burdens. So in this moment, could you just simply pause or stop and notice what is, not what was or what might be, what actually is? And then could you just simply allow beingness to be? Could you allow whatever is to be as it is, just for an instant? And then check to see if there's anything going on in life at the moment, in the microcosm or in the macrocosm, that you have a feeling about that's causing a sense of contraction, of fear, of anger, of just aversion, or any other emotion. And whatever's arising in this moment, could you just welcome or allow it? Could you let it be here? Is it what's apparently happening? And then, as best you can, just for now, could you let that feeling go? Just could you? Would you? When? And then could you just open to the beingness, the love, the boundlessness, on or in which and as which all appears? What if even this is beingness or boundlessness? And then again, focus on that same thing or anything else about life on planet Earth that you have a feeling about. And could you just simply welcome or allow or be present with the feeling? Could you just let it be here? Is it welcomed or allowed? Is it what's apparently happening? And then, as best you can, just for now, could you let that feeling go? Just could you? Would you? When? And could you be open to being part of the solution? Could you be open to allowing a positive outcome for everyone, including you? And could you be open at least to the possibility that all that's apparently happening is appearing in or on or as the one beingness that all is? And again, allow yourself to focus on that same feeling or any other feeling that's arising as you look at the world, as you look at your life, as you look at life itself. And could you just simply welcome or allow the feeling? Is it welcomed or allowed? Is it what's apparently happening? And then, as best you can, just for now, could you let it go? Just could you? Would you? When? And then could you be open at least to the possibility that there is a positive outcome possible for you and every apparent other? What if, just what if, this is just how the whole is manifesting at the moment? It doesn't have to stay this way. And if you're feeling so motivated, you can even be part of the solution. And if not, you can just simply hold in mind the best for everyone as best you can. And what if, just what if, this is all just merely arising in or on or as being, boundlessness, this. And then check to see if there's any wanting to change whatever's happening in the world. And if there is, could you welcome the wanting to change it? Is it allowed? Is it what's apparently happening? And then, as best you can, just for now, could you let go of wanting to change it? Would you? When? Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't change it. You shouldn't do whatever you can to bring about a positive income, a positive outcome, not income, but it may have income in it for you and everyone else. But when you're wanting to change it, when you're wanting it to be different, then you become at war with what actually is. And you just add to that warring or conflict energy. It becomes a resistance to what is that prevents us often from taking positive action and knowing when there is a positive action to take or not. So again, check to see if there's anything in life at the moment that you're wanting to change, you wish were different. And could you just welcome or allow that? Allow it to be here. Is it welcomed? Is it what's apparently happening? And then, as best you can, just for now, could you let that go? Just could you? Would you? When? And then, could you just allow what is to be as it is, knowing that action can flow as well. Change can happen as well. But when we're wanting to change it, it can feel impossible. It can feel stuck. But as we allow what is to be as it is, often we see solutions that we never even thought were possible. We also can start to see from other people's perspectives, or from a more universal, open, boundless perspective. And then could you just allow what is to be as it is, as best you can? Knowing that action is still possible. And one more time, allow yourself to check to see if there's anything about what appears to be just your life or life in general in this wonderful world that we share, even though it doesn't always seem wonderful. And could you just simply welcome the feeling of wanting to change it? The feeling of being out of control? Would you just simply welcome it? When? And then, as best you can, just for now, could you let go of wanting to fix or change it? Would you? When? And could you just hold in mind a positive outcome for everyone, including you? Could you hold in mind love and peace and prosperity and happiness for everyone and everything? Could you allow this wholeness, this beingness, this isness that all is to just simply be and be and be? And could you just simply hold the world in your heart and shower it with love, with light, with peace? And could you be open at least to the possibility that this that is being itself? Okay, good. So I would highly recommend that you keep doing your best to let go about the state of the world. And again, if the world doesn't seem to bother you the way it is, there may be things about what appear to be your own life that do. But if you let go, you'll find that there is a solution contained in every problem. And that this, whatever is apparently happening, is the end of the search, is already wholeness or beingness, as it is, as it is, as it is. Thank you for listening or watching. I hope you enjoyed our time together. We'll be doing special ones like this every now and then. And of course, we'll be having plenty of featured guests to share their wisdom and insights with you. If you've enjoyed this podcast, Please subscribe so you have immediate access to future episodes. Please give us a 5-star rating and share it with the people you care about. These episodes are dedicated to sharing the eternal teachings from the greatest secret and the power of letting go. If you'd like to learn more about my work, my mentors, Lester Levinson's work, and the Sedona Method, please visit www.sedona.com. As you explore our site, you'll learn the key to lasting happiness, success, peace, and emotional well-being. We have books, courses, events, and plenty of free material to explore. Again, go to sedona.com. That's SEDONA.com. Thank you for being here, and we'll catch you in the next episode of Letting Go and the Greatest Secret.